Greetings! How's everybody today? So, I want to talk to you, share with you a little bit about losing weight over 60 or it doesn't matter how old you are, losing weight. And some of the things I've learned specifically about intermittent fasting and things that have helped me. See, where I'm at right now, I'm around 50 days in. So where are we? We're July 15th. And I started on May 19th. So about 50 days, give or take, maybe a little bit more than that, and I am down over 30 pounds. Well, today actually I'm up a little bit, which I'll also talk about in a second. So I just want you to do that. You can do what I'm doing, and I want to share with what I'm doing so that you can do it too. So if I can lose 30 pounds at age 65 in about 50 days, you can too. And I'm going to tell you what I did, where I got stuck, and things that I needed to do, and what I've learned about intermittent fasting. Because a lot of this stuff I'd never heard of intermittent fasting, even though we all do intermittent fasting. That's the neat thing about it. It's not a skill that you really have to learn, because you do it all the time. What intermittent fasting is really about is, okay, don't eat for a while. So, but we do that. It's called sleeping. You go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, you get up at 8 in the morning. Well, guess what? You haven't eaten for 10 hours. That's intermittent fasting. Now, the whole thing about it is we don't do it consciously. And the worst thing is, especially in the last 100 years, you, me, and people, especially in Western societies, have picked up some really crappy habits pertaining to eating. We get up in the morning at whatever time, 7 or 8, and have a coffee and a piece of toast or a muffin or a biscuit or a cookie or some crap, mostly crap that don't support us. And then that's what we have. And then we go about a couple hours later, around 10 o'clock, it's coffee break. Now, who came up with that? Let me guess, the coffee companies. And so they can sell you stuff. And then they got together with the bread companies and they sell you a muffin or some crap that you eat at 10 o'clock or whatever on your coffee break. And so they keep them in business. Then a couple hours later, you're having lunch. Whatever that is. It's unfortunate for too many of us. It's McDonald's or Burger King or some crap like that, instead of having a salad and having something healthy. A few hours later, oh, guess what? Coffee break came around again, and it's 3 in the afternoon, and guess what? We drink some more of this time. Maybe we're drinking tea because it's got caffeine, no caffeine for the afternoon. And then we finish up with a nice snack, and then we're almost at dinner. And so now we have a nice dinner, usually, unfortunately, full of shit we shouldn't be eating. Excuse my language, but it's true. And then a couple hours later, once again, let's have a snack before going to bed. And so the next thing you know is your little window of opportunity or window of eating has gone from 8 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night. And so you've been eating for 12 hours. And guess what you haven't been doing? Giving your body a chance to burn fat. That's why you're fat. Especially with the crap you're eating. If you're eating lots of sugar, you're drinking too much alcohol, and you're eating too much food over the course of the day. And guess what? You put on a bunch of weight like I did, especially from the alcohol and beer, especially used to be one of my favorites. And next thing you know is you're overweight. So me, as I mentioned in my other videos, I found myself at 65, 210 pounds when I should have been 170. And way overweight and out of shape and not capable of running and all this other stuff. And so away I went. And the first thing was intermittent fasting. And I'll tell you something, what you do with intermittent fasting is you shorten your window. So what that means is you shorten your window of eating. Instead of eating from 8 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, you just keep shortening it and shortening it and shortening it and shortening it. And so what happened for me is it took me about a month, and I went from eating from 8 or 9 in the morning till at 8 o'clock at night down to a 4-hour eating window. So now when I eat, which I'll tell you about in a minute, I eat from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock or from 3 o'clock till 7 o'clock, and then I don't eat until the next day at the same time. So in my process, I got stuck a bunch of times. As I started to lose weight, what happened for me was I got plateaued. I plateaued at 195. I think the first thing that happens when I guess I mentioned in one of the other videos is when I quit drinking, that really helped me lose weight, especially quitting off beer. But then I got down below 200 and I hit 195 and I stuck there. And so I had to find something. Why am I stuck here and how do I get through here? I got to lose more weight. The intermittent fasting window was already down to 4 or 5 hours, but I wasn't losing the weight. So The intermittent fasting part was terrific. And I'll tell you, I bet you if I just stuck with the intermittent fasting, I would have gone back to losing weight. But I was a little bit impatient. I really do want to get this beautiful summer, bathing suit weather. Not that I'm, whatever, blah, blah, blah. For some people, that's exactly what it is. And so I wanted to lose weight. And so I went to what's called intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting. So I had a window now, 4 hours from 2 to 6. And then I skipped the next day. So I added another 24 hours of not eating. And all of a sudden I started to lose weight again. And I started to drop and I started to drop until I hit another plateau. Because then I went back to sort of intermittent fasting. And then but what I can tell you is when I added the alternate day fasting, the pounds started coming off again. And that really helped. And so I just started going down. And to be honest with you, I got a little bit impatient. So there was a few times when I did alternate day fasting and then added a couple days. So instead of just doing 1 day not eating, there's a couple times where I went 2 or 3 days of not eating. And guess what? I lost weight. About 3 days ago, I ended up at 179, down 30 and a half pounds, give or take. And I kind of celebrated a little bit and I ate. And I ate too much. In hindsight, I really had this, I used to love sausages and not pepperoni, but kind of sausage you could, like hot dog, but better than hot dogs. And you could throw on and heat them up in a frying pan and add a little bit of mustard and stuff. And so the last time I came off the fast, that's what I was eating. And I got to tell you, don't do that. Here's something I need to give you another thing between the intermittent fasting. Next thing is, while you're losing weight, start really looking at your diet, because you got overweight because of what you're consuming, whether it be alcohol, whether it be cheeseburgers, whether it be whatever crap it is you ate, like I was eating. That's what caused you to put on weight, that and a lack of exercise. So if you want to change your life, you got to really start thinking, especially during this process, when you're dropping down the weight with a goal in mind, whatever your goal is, whether it's 120 or 150 or for me, 170, start thinking about, what is it I've been eating that got me up here? What is my diet? Do I go to McDonald's 3 times a week? Do I go to Burger King? Do I eat a salad? And do I get up in the morning and have a coffee and a muffin, or a coffee and a cookie or something like that? Or do I get up in the morning and just have a black coffee and then a green tea and wait until I hit my window of 2 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon? So you got to really start thinking. That's what caused, when I put up a couple of pounds after a couple of days ago, it was a wake-up call. And what the wake-up call was, hey, I got to really start thinking bigger picture here. What is my diet? Like these sausages and stuff, they're crap. When you read what's in the packet, pick up a package of hot dogs or a package of, these were like, I can't think of what the right name to call them is, but they were nice looking sausages that I would fry or cook up in some vegetable oil or some olive oil. But when you read all the contents, what's in there between the sugars and the fats and all the crap that's not good for you, that added a couple of pounds of weight back onto me. And I'll tell you, if you do the same, it's going to wake you up going, man, I really got to get in touch of what it is I'm eating. I got to eat better. Like, if you're going to eat protein, eat the best protein you can get your hands on. Get some good fish, get some good cuts of meat, whether it's chicken or beef or whatever, but don't buy crap, and don't consume crap anymore. Like, you consume the best quality of food you can, and you got to eat a lot more vegetables, because you're going to get things from vegetables that you wouldn't know about. And one of them's potassium, which I've found out myself in doing the research how important potassium is, but we'll do another video specific about potassium. Okay, so I'm down to 170. Right today I'm about 182, and I'm back on my alternate day fasting. I'm gonna fast today. I ate yesterday, and I'm not gonna eat today, and probably eat tomorrow. But there's a chance, depending on where I plateau, whether I eat tomorrow or not. I may not eat for 2 days so I can get back down to the 179. And that, folks, in less than 60 days, that's put me within 9 pounds, 10 pounds of my goal, 170. So if I can do this, so can you. And the real trick is have a plan. And have a goal. Like, what's your goal? Where do you want to be? Where do you want your weight to be? Do you want to be 120, 130, 140, whatever you want your weight to be? You got to have a goal. What's my weight going to be? And because you're going to get off and you're going to forget. And the real trick is have a goal and never lose sight of what that goal is. So again, what happened for me was I plateaued a bunch of times and I had to adapt and I had to alter how I was eating. And that's where I got into really condensing my eating window for alternate day fasting. And then what really made a difference, I watched this one young girl who had gone from 313, I think, down to about 180. And what she was doing was exactly what I just said. She was doing alternate day fasting as well as intermittent fasting. And she dropped over 100 pounds. It took her a while, and to be honest with you, this has become a lifestyle, and that's what's happened for me. I think that's one of the things that really helped me to quit drinking as well. And it's not with a buddy of mine who also quit drinking a long time ago, and he was kind of asking, and it never occurred to me that one of the reasons I've been really successful at quitting drinking was that I've changed my lifestyle. By doing the alternate day fasting and by doing the intermittent fasting, it changed something in my thinking that I don't even think about alcohol. It never crosses my mind. So here's what, if you get stuck, if you plateau, how to overcome your plateaus is add alternate day fasting. Increase your window of how long you don't eat and add alternate day fasting. And I'm going to warn you, the first day when you're doing fasting, usually it's harder. It's the hardest day. The next day is nowhere near as hard, and the next day after that's nowhere near as hard either. So all I can tell you, stick with it. You'll have some amazing results. And please, would you do me a favor? If you watch this video and you do some of the stuff I said, please leave a comment on how it's going for you. And leave any questions you can, and because I'm just going to keep sharing how this is working for me and how it's made a difference, because I want you to be successful. I want you to know you can change your life at any age, and it doesn't matter if you're 20 or you're 70 or 80 even. There's amazing stories of this. One woman I watched, she was 73 when she started running, and she's running marathons. And so don't buy into this crap. Oh, you're over 60, you're over. That doesn't matter. You're only as old as what you tell yourself in here. And I'll tell you, the biggest thing holding you back is the crap you tell yourself. That's going to be another video, because we're going to talk about beliefs and how our beliefs affect us and where we get them from. So have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine if you're in someplace with sunshine, and just stay healthy, stay safe, and especially here in the middle of this pandemic, really take care of your health and watch out for the crazy people that are out there telling you that the virus isn't anything important, because it is. And take care of your health. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Come back soon. Bye now.